my wife has just gone back to work. My kids are growing up and growing away from me. And I suppose I just feel as if I don't count anymore. So, although I'm not an alcoholic, I am quite screwed up enough to be one. And, you know, I feel quite at home here. You know, you all seem very nice. And I must say, I was devastated to learn that old Peter was a lush. I hadn't seen him for 6 years, so, you know, what can I say? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
Can I have my car keys back now?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Harry, the new Führer.
Oh, hi.
Sorry I haven't said hi before. My feet haven't touched the ground since I got here. Where were you before?
Before?
Before homelessness called.
Oh, University of Reigate. You?
I've been all over. I was with Age Concern, trying to drag them into the 21st century. I kicked ass with the Samaritans. They were phoning each other by the time I was through.
You're a...
Kind of like a manager. Guerrilla manager. Charities are not nice, my friend. The world of philanthropy is a tough one. I've called a big meeting this afternoon to discuss our management structure. Be there or be square, my friend. We are about to modernize, and it is not a time for old-fashioned sentiment. No sleeping bag is safe. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Paul!
Hi. Pilfrey. Welcome back. Good. Look, Rosie, I'm going to be seeing a chap called Steve Norrish, and for reasons that I don't really want to go into, it's just possible that my wife may turn up and, you know, I want to see him while I'm seeing him. Do not let her in, okay?
Fair enough.
He has real pain in his marriage.
How'd you work that out?
He's stretched tight. I know the signs. See, I'm sexually very giving. Locked in a marriage, and I realise it's loveless in spite of Gordon and all he's done. A bit neither carpet nor hairbrush, if you will. But here I am, trying to work my way back into the hearts and minds of this practice.
What are you on about, Pilfrey?
Ronnie, Paul is flipping, as we say in the therapy class. He's seeing things, he's having delusions. Why would Estelle suddenly bust in here and demand to see one of his patients?
Rosie, is Paul seeing someone called Steve Norrish?
When I get the wax out of my ear, it's a rather peculiar colour.
And how did you get it out?
My fingernails.
Yeah, me too. Well, I can't find anything wrong with you, I'm afraid. Although you probably shouldn't be drinking 29.5 pints of beer a week.
No.
Do you ever feel as if you're alone in a big, dark room with a plate?
What?
Nothing.
How's Estelle?
Perhaps I should be asking you that.
Should you?
Look, Steve, we've known each other a long time. I don't think we have to beat about the bush. What I mean is, I'm pretty sure I know what's going on.
Ah.
Surinder, couldn't I just pop in there? Please, Surinder. It's going to blow the gaff on the surprise party I've arranged for Paul.
Oh, I'd love to come to that.
Look, I'm sorry, Estelle, but bursting in on a doctor and patient is against the rules.
I know, but
I came as soon as I could.
Excuse me, do you mind?
What's the matter?
Estelle, Paul is an alcoholic. He's been in denial for years, but today he turned up at my AA meeting.
What?
It would explain a lot.
Oh, don't be absurd.
Yes, of course. We heard him. We heard his pain. We heard his confusion. We didn't reach out to him. But I think we need to reach out to him now and ask him how he feels. You're Peter, aren't you? Ronnie Pilfrey. We met in rehab. Ronnie.
Look, Steve, I know about Peter Mailer.
Peter Mailer? Is he one of our number?
What number?
Quite a few blokes involved from over the years.
My God.
What do you expect? You don't say no to Estelle.
Well, who are they?
Well, it's that friend of Nobby's, Buster, Leslie Frim, George Henry McAfee, obviously.
Obviously.
Cyril de Tourneur, that mate of Clive's with the obvious rug, Ron McIntyre, the Grzinski twins, Ted Beecham, Jonathan Kellerman, I suppose.
It's a ring.
Paul is many things. He's very bad at expressing his feelings. He gets ridiculously paranoid at times, I know, but this is...
Still, he came to the meeting. He came to Alcoholics Anonymous, which is great. He's getting there. He spoke very movingly and eloquently about his drinking problem. He is trying to confront it, but he's not through it yet. Not by a long chalk. He is close to mental collapse.
I'm glad you told me this, Steve. At least you're not one of them.
Oh, Christ, Paul, I was one of the first. Well, me and Jeff Shaw.
Jesus, Jeff Shaw? He's Edwin's godfather, and you, supposedly, are one of my best friends.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? Jeff's around at your place right now, setting things up with Edwin.
And you come to me talking about earwax? Well, you could tell Mr. Shaw that I'm on my way over there right now, and he'd better be wearing protective clothing when I arrive.
Look, my husband is 100% sane.
He's
He
a
is...
wounded animal, Estelle.
He's completely normal.
How could you? My God, Jeff Shaw? Leslie Frim? The Grudzinski twins? I mean, Jesus Christ! No. I was prepared to give you the benefit of the doubt. You're obviously half seas over most of the time anyway, so fair enough.
Paul, let's be calm and talk.
I think it's a little too late for talk, wouldn't you say?
Paul, what is wrong with you?
And involving the children, Estelle, that is the lowest trick of all. Well, let me tell you, I'm going home right now and I'm going to punch Jeff Shaw on the nose. I just don't know how you could do this to me. And that mate of Clive's with the obvious rug, have you got no taste at all?
I thought you liked him. That's the whole point. I can't stand him myself, actually.
You are sick.
Paul? Paul?
This is entirely typical behavior.
Becoming hysterical because I've organised a party for him?
Of course. His self-esteem is so low that he sees anything with him at the center of it as a threat.
I did notice he quite often had a pint at lunchtime, and that's the first indication. And he said to me last Christmas that he intended to get lagered up.
We better follow him before he becomes really dangerous. Did you say your son was with Jeff?
Paul is not a violent man.
You have to face the truth, Estelle.
My husband's an alcoholic.
Is that guy really my dad?
I had long hair till the Berlin Wall came down. I don't know if the two events are connected.
So, Rory gets him back here.
Jeff, are you there? Jeff, it's Estelle here. It's about Paul. We're extremely worried about him. Can you pick up if you're there, please?
Jeff, Peter.
Paul is an alcoholic. He is also deeply disturbed and in denial. He somehow found out about tonight and finds it a threat.
Hello?
Hi, you don't know me, but I work with Paul. We're all really worried and wondering what to do.
Jeff, hi. My name is Ronnie Pelfrey. He may be in alcoholic psychosis. I thought I detected traces of Furman syndrome. I am a qualified doctor.
Just?
I'm here for him, Jeff. And for you too, should you need me.
Yeah, apparently the thing to do is not to make any specific references to the reunion. He finds it very upsetting.
Try and get him to call me.
Actually, I think it's me he should call.
Try and get him to explore his feelings. It's his feelings we're interested in. He feels confused, betrayed, lost.
And this party is some kind of...
Metaphor for his aloneness.
You think he may be dangerous?
Yes, I certainly do.
I won't do anything to offend him. You know, it's funny, I feel ridiculously guilty about pulling the wool over his eyes. He's always been so easy to con.